Chapter 4: The Man Who Didn't Look Right. In Chapter 4 of Atomic Habits, James Clear introduces the transformative power of systems over goals. He tells the story of Scott Adams, the creator of the popular comic strip Dilbert, and how Adams' focus on systems rather than goals contributed to his success. This chapter emphasizes the idea that consistent, small habits can lead to significant long-term changes. The chapter begins with Clear recalling his meeting with Scott Adams and learning about his approach to success. Adams, an avid proponent of systems thinking, shared his philosophy of focusing on creating the right systems instead of setting specific goals. Adams' story is a powerful illustration of how to build a successful career, break bad habits, and foster personal growth. He is a case study in the power of atomic habits. Clear describes Adams as a living embodiment of the difference between goals and systems. While goals may provide direction, systems are the vehicles that lead to consistent and lasting change. Scott Adams believes that goals are about the results you want to achieve, while systems are about the processes that lead to those results. He suggests that we should place our faith in systems as they offer a higher probability of success. Goals are often associated with external accomplishments like losing weight, making money, or earning a degree. In contrast, systems are about the processes we follow, the daily habits that shape our identity and determine our outcomes. They are the small, repeatable actions that lead to lasting change. To further emphasize the importance of systems, Clear introduces the concept of loss aversion, our tendency to avoid losing what we already have. Adams argues that systems protect against losses and can help us win in the long run. By focusing on the small, daily actions that make up a system, we avoid the loss of consistency and progress. In other words, systems are like a safety net that keeps us from falling off the path to success. Adams has personally benefited from applying systems thinking to his work. He shared a story about his journey to becoming a successful cartoonist. In the beginning, Adams wasn't the best artist, and his ideas weren't always the funniest. But he developed a system for producing cartoons by drawing one new cartoon every day, regardless of its quality. This daily habit, part of his career system, helped him improve as an artist and a writer. By focusing on the process and not the outcome, he cultivated his skills and eventually created the well-known Dilbert comic strip. The key insight from Adams' story is that the goals he set for himself weren't as important as the system he used to achieve them. The system consisted of small daily actions, the atomic habits of his work. He applied the same principle to writing books, regularly generating content, and becoming a prolific author. His system made him one of the most recognizable cartoonists and writers in the world. Adams' emphasis on systems is a powerful reminder that success isn't just about setting ambitious goals, it's about building habits that align with your identity and your desired outcomes. He encouraged Clear and others to focus on creating systems that consistently drive progress rather than relying on the mere hope of achieving goals. Clear also addresses the concept of identity-based habits. Identity-based habits are rooted in the belief that each action we take is an automatic vote for the type of person we want to become. For Adams, his career system of daily cartoon creation wasn't just about producing cartoons, it was about affirming his identity as a cartoonist. In other words, he voted for himself every time he sat down to draw, and over time, those votes accumulated to shape his identity. To illustrate the concept of identity-based habits, Clear shares an example from his own life. He describes a period when he was trying to become a consistent reader. Instead of setting a specific goal to read a certain number of books, he focused on adopting the identity of a reader. To reinforce this identity, he began the habit of reading a single page each day, even when he wasn't in the mood. Over time, this small daily action reinforced his identity as a reader, and his reading habits naturally grew. The idea is that habits don't just change your actions, they change your beliefs about yourself. The more you repeat a behavior, the more it becomes a part of your identity. In Adams' case, daily cartooning wasn't just a task, it was an affirmation of his identity as a cartoonist. Clear encourages readers to align their habits with their desired identities, as this can be a powerful way to ensure lasting change. The chapter ends by reiterating the central theme: to achieve remarkable results, focus on systems and habits rather than goals. Scott Adams' journey from an aspiring cartoonist to an internationally renowned creator is a testament to the power of small, consistent actions. The key is to create habits that reinforce the identity you want to embody. In this way, you can harness the extraordinary potential of atomic habits to transform your life. Atomic Habits Chapter 4 masterfully illustrates the superiority of systems over goals through the fascinating story of Scott Adams. By emphasizing the importance of building identity-based habits, James Clear provides readers with a powerful framework for lasting personal and professional growth. This chapter encourages individuals to shift their focus from mere goal setting to the daily habits that shape their identities and ultimately lead to meaningful change. The notion that systems protect against losses and serve as a safety net for progress is a profound concept that underscores the wisdom of prioritizing habits. The chapter offers valuable insights for those seeking sustained personal development and long-term success. Chapter 5: The Best Way to Start a New Habit. In Chapter 5 of Atomic Habits, James Clear dives deep into the art and science of habit formation. He discusses how to initiate a new habit effectively, emphasizing that the best way to start a new habit is to make it as easy as possible. The chapter begins with a compelling story about Jerry Seinfeld, the famous comedian. Seinfeld's secret to his remarkable success, which involved writing jokes every day, is a simple but powerful method he referred to as "don't break the chain." Clear introduces this method to highlight the importance of consistency when it comes to building habits. The core idea presented in this chapter revolves around the concept of the 2-minute rule. Clear argues that a habit should be initiated with a task that takes no longer than 2 minutes to complete. The underlying philosophy behind this rule is the notion that the beginning of a habit should be easy enough to get started, as starting is often the most challenging part of habit formation. The 2-minute rule is based on the principle that taking the first small step toward a habit can have a significant impact on the likelihood of success. Clear shares insights from behavioral psychology, explaining that when we initiate a habit with a small and easy task, it establishes a sense of accomplishment and reinforces the habit loop. Clear explores the importance of setting an upper limit for new habits, suggesting that one should not push too hard too soon. Habits should begin with a low threshold to ensure consistency. For example, if someone wishes to build a habit of daily exercise, the initial step could be as simple as putting on workout clothes. This small action starts the process and paves the way for a more extensive workout. The chapter provides practical tips on how to implement the 2-minute rule. It highlights the significance of environment and cues in making the initiation of habits easier. Preparing the environment and setting up cues can help reduce friction and make it more likely for a habit to stick. Clear also discusses the idea of habit scaling, suggesting that the first instance of the habit should be made so easy that it is almost impossible to say no. This minimizes the resistance associated with initiating a new habit. By consistently starting with the 2-minute rule, individuals can gradually increase the effort and time they invest in the habit as it becomes more ingrained in their daily routine. Additionally, Clear presents a case study of David, who struggled with a habit of flossing his teeth. By adhering to the 2-minute rule and making flossing incredibly easy, David successfully transformed his dental hygiene habits. The chapter closes with a summary of the key principles discussed, reinforcing the idea that the most crucial part of any new habit is to get started. The 2-minute rule serves as a valuable tool for overcoming procrastination and setting the stage for long-term habit development. Chapter 5 of Atomic Habits highlights the importance of simplicity when initiating new habits. It provides practical guidance on how to apply the 2-minute rule to make the starting point of any habit as easy as possible. This approach allows individuals to overcome the initial resistance and set the foundation for long-lasting change. The chapter serves as a guide for anyone seeking to establish new habits or break free from procrastination. It encourages readers to start small, be consistent, and gradually scale up their efforts, making it easier than ever to embrace positive changes in their lives.